Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. This is Big Bill coming to you live from Model Railroading Live. And this is Who's Big Bill talking to. As you can see, we're broadcasting on a different stream tonight. Yard stream. StreamYard, I mean. Seems all the other cool kids are doing it, so we thought we'd give it a shot. We should be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, from what I understand. And we do have now access to the chat. So if you guys are out there and you're listening, and you can see me and hear me, please post in the chat. Still, anyway, this is Model Railroading Live, the #1 model railroading show let me adjust my camera here, in the world. And this is Who's Big Bill talking to. We've been off for a couple of weeks, kind of getting our, hey, Balu, Big Bill is good. How are you today? Oh, we got 6 comments. Let's see how this works. Oh, here we go. Hello, Bill, MMRO, Balu. I'm not live. Dave, hobbies and things. Hello, Bill. Freddie Mal, hi, Bill. I got to get used to this myself. Yeah, I'm seeing the chat now, Eric. I'm seeing the chat now. Frank Delora, hey, Big Bill, we all missed you. Thank you, Frank, though we talk daily. Again, now that I got to see this, we're starting out February with the new StreamYard. Like I said earlier, seems like all the cool kids in the neighborhood are using it, so we're going to try it out. This is our first endeavor, our first foray. We're dipping our toes into the deep end of the pool here. It seems pretty easy. I hope it is. And we're going to try something new and different. And it's a bit of a change. And as Mark Twain once said, I don't mind change. I hate it. So we're trying to go along with this. So apparently this is apparently live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube as well. So I personally like it because Brad Anderson of Model Railroading Down Under. Good day, Bill, and all. Good day to you, everybody in here. Carolina Foothills Railroad. Good evening. Balu, Eric Hall, IMRRO.com. He found it. Yes, I did. CV Railroad and HO Scale. Ray Bobel, my man. Split Rock 323 is here. And everybody else. Frank DeLauro's in the house. Frankie. So who's Big Bill talking to tonight? Actually, Big Bill's talking to you guys tonight. Big Bill's not talking to anybody. We've been away for a couple of weeks. We took practically the whole month of February off. And we kind of just took a sabbatical and just kind of kicked back and relaxed. We all had some personal things to do in our life, and so we had to take care of family business, personal business. So we took the month of February off. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we're coming back next week on the 10th of February with James Powell. He's a gentleman who owns a business where they do restaurant themes like Pirates of the Caribbean. He's worked on movie sets, and he's an avid model railroader as well. He'll be our guest on January 10th. And then on the 17th, on St. Patrick's Day, we're going to have Eric Hall of IMRRO.com on. He'll be on as our guest on the 17th. That's March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So, get the dark ale out, the Guinness ale, and stuff like that. So what are we doing? Well, we kind of like taking a little bit of a break, and now we're kind of like regrouped and coming back. Did I say January? It's March. Did I say January 17th? I do apologize. March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I do apologize for that. Yeah, Eric, don't forget to bring your cheap sunglasses when you come on, because you know I don't know. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing. We kind of been kind of like laid back and laid off, basically, and trying to regroup and get things together. And so far, so good. I haven't really been going out searching for a lot of people to be on the show, but that's because we were taking care of business and stuff. But anyway, we're back now. And we're doing. Ralph Renzetti says, "Give us a report on your layout." Okay, I give you a report on the South Brooklyn layout. The South Brooklyn layout is coming along. There you go. There's a report. No, it's coming along. I haven't done a video. This I hate the wiring in this thing. Here, let me take this, unplug it. We've taken it down. We have taken this down. We have painted the barge. We have painted the top of it. We have put the yellow markers on the cleats that tie the rope and the thing, but that's not the finished product. It still's we got to do a lot of weathering. A lot of weathering. I'm in touch with my brother, Ralph Renzetti, the Mudfather, aka the Mudfather, and he is helping me along. We have I don't know if you can see it, but we have the warehouse. I want to thank It's That Laser Art, Nick Massey. He didn't give that to me. I bought it. So he didn't, there's no friends and family discount. Not that we wouldn't mind it, but it's better that way business wise. Anyway, that's the what do you call it? The warehouse, the Perez warehouse and storage that's gone up. And we've done that. And we're in the process of working on that, and trying to think here. That's hard for me to do. Yeah, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. But anyway, I got some more stuff from Italia, and I wanted to get I got the inserts for the hold on. Let me get that. Hold on. This is the warehouse, and this is what's from. This is one of his kits, Nick Massey's kits, and in the back you'll see there's that insert, which is this. I bought 3 more of these to put in, and they come already. You just paint them up, and put them in and insert them. But this is a pretty sturdy kit. This is the back of the kit and stuff. And we're still in the process of weathering it, and it's coming along pretty good, I think. I like it. I've also had help from my friend Ralph Renzetti, the brother from a different mother. He's in. Ralph Renzetti, what California Foothills rail that looks great, Bill? Are the rails on the barge yet? Yes, the rails are on the barge. The rails are on the barge. They're metal rails, code 83, and they're on. Okay, Ray Bobel is leaving us. You take care, Ray. Be good. God bless. Be safe. Ralph Renzetti says has a good question, and I'm going to ask you guys in the community. What does everybody would like? What would everybody like to see us here on Model Railroading Live pursue to do? More interaction videos where you and the community working tandem with us as we do a build. Is there anything specific, that you would enjoy or would want us to see, or you would see? I'm screwing this up somehow. I don't know how, but this is what happens when you talk to yourself and talk by yourself. Andy Crawford says, love Nick's It's That Laser Art stuff. Laser cut is the way to do brick. But Nick is among the best I've seen. Yes. I And Chad Moe says, so how long are you going to get this project done? This project has no time limit on it. It has no time limit. What I did in the previous videos of my layout itself, the South Brooklyn layout, I completed it really quickly. And it, it, not that it wasn't good. I should have taken my time. I should have did the prairie plywood thing, but I didn't. But this time around with this over here, as you can see, I've taken it all down, and it's going to be a labor of love, as we should say, because I really want to do it correctly. I took out the four staging. There were four staging tracks over there, and I got my inspiration after I had the interview with Dave Ramos from NYC, New York Central, where he he does the High Line in West Manhattan, west side of Manhattan, where the West Side Highway is presently. And he inspired me to do this because it was a four-track staging yard here, and it was all right. And I was thinking personally of taking this all down right up into the corner here, but then I decided not to. Much to the insistence of my wife. She was like, nah, why are you going to take it down for? And I just wanted more room here to put shelving up, to put most model railroading equipment and stuff and tools. But then she said, nah, don't take it down. And I didn't really know what to do with it. And then I had the interview with Dave Ramos, and Dave Ramos, like I said, he inspired me. He has two barges set up, car floats. And I said, why can't I do a car float? My railroad is based on the Sunset Park Bush Terminal, and they did Brooklyn to New Jersey, New Jersey to Brooklyn, and why can't we do the same thing here? So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to attempt to do the barge, and let me. This barge is is pretty big. It's pretty big. I can't even get it on the whole camera, but it's pretty big. This is on my knee right now. This is how she stands. But this has 1, 2, 3 tracks, and it's going to be interesting. I got the cough apron built, and stuff like that, and it's pretty good. What's this? Eric Hall, my favorites are the interview, and if you figure out how to do live railroad operations like Railfan Jason with a few other people, I'm a people watcher. That's not a bad idea, Eric. That's something we could do. The question was put before us. What would you guys want to see on Model Railroading Live for us to do in the future? We have some shows that we have in mind that we want to throw at you guys. Eric says, much like how people like to watch baseball, I like to watch people do operations and stuff like that. Oh, what do we have here? Metamorphosis is playing games. Yeah, Frank, bumping blocks. So I guess the tugs will have to turn it around. You're absolutely correct. But this is going to be a static, meaning it's going to stay still. It's never going to move. The rails will come up here, 2 tracks up here, and then the rest, this will slope down about 2 degrees, and says, and Sparky 107, I like who Big Bill is talking to, and that would be me. So with that said, the question before you guys is, what would you like to see on MRL, Model Railroading Live, as we go forward in our season? We've got a few ideas. One of them is to do a kind of interview with guys who do historical railroads, guys who look up and research historical railroads, such as the old B&O and other New York Central. Like to get Dave Ramos back on and and have him come on and talk about the New York Central. John and I, after our interview with Dave Ramos, we were on with him afterwards in about an hour and a half, and he was going over the New York Central Railroad on the west side of Manhattan. We must have been on with him for about 2.5 hours afterwards, and it was really interesting. So we're thinking about producing a show like that. Eric, the operations show, in regards to doing live operations, that would be something interesting. Instead of talking about operations, kind of maybe just do an operational session where we explain about it and how it's done. That would be something. Dwight of Northern Star is here. Good evening, Dwight. How are you today? So that's basically what we're thinking about doing. And so far we've been pretty successful. I think anyway. We've been doing this for about I think 8 years. Am I correct, John? 8 years. Ralph Renzetti says, what kind of problems? That's another good question. What kind of problems do you guys have that maybe we can address in a show? Is there something you'd like for us to tackle? And bring up, and maybe we have a solution to it as well. Maybe we don't, but maybe we can talk about it. Sparky 107 is what I love from this hobby: modeling a fallen flag and a city that is shut down. All railroad operations make the research a challenge and yet a reward to model. Very true, Sparky. It does. Hopefully, we'd like to do that. We'd like to get some guys on who are historical, like the B&O Historical Society, and we have I forget his name. Oh, he does that, and some other guys in the research, and have them come on and do a slideshow. For some of us doing a slideshow, it's like, oh no, we're gonna go see family vacation pictures, but when it comes to fallen flags and stuff of old railroads and see how they tied in, it's really great. It's a great thing. I just want to mention, we had a guest on a couple of months ago, the Gandy brothers, and one of them is Wayman Humphrey, and he's just started a new thing. He's doing dumpsters, outhouses, modern day outhouses that you'd see on a modern day construction site. And he's got a Facebook page called the Dumpster King. And he's making up these. I got one right here. He made these up. I bought them from him. They're pretty cool. And he'll weather them and send them. I think there's 8 for $25 US dollars. He makes the outdoor things. So go visit him on facebook.com under the Dumpster King. He's doing that. That's pretty good. And stuff like that. I gotta say, I watch your other guys' show. We used to do pre-notifications to show by email or YouTube. You're right, but we did put them on Facebook, Dwight. We did. And this is something new for us to get into, this StreamYard stuff. So this was kind of an impromptu thing because Johnny and I were talking, and we didn't really. It was kind of spontaneous, off the cuff. Let's do this because we haven't been on, and we didn't, out of sight, out of mind. And then people start saying, "Who's Big Bill? Where's?" Not even where he is. It's just who, what guy, what, who, model railroading what. So we decided to do this kind of like spontaneous and just off the cuff. So we're basically just trying out this new StreamYard and see how we like it and stuff like that. And that's basically where we're at. So we do apologize, Dwight, for the inconvenience. Let me give you the Standard Transit Authority. We are sorry for the inconvenience. We will be moving momentarily as soon as the signal turns green. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a nice day. I'm just being sarcastic, Dwight. I'm only kidding. The thing is that I don't know how I've been watching you guys What's this? Sparky says StreamYard is super easy to use. You guys will love it. Only thing is that the chat in StreamYards is way behind real time. Okay. Dwight of Northern Star says Human City seems to like StreamYard. Yeah, most of the guys out there do. Here's the thing I don't get, though. I'm standing here talking. I'm in the room all by my lonesome. I got no guest. It's just me. How do you guys keep a conversation going? Really? I check in on you guys. You got marathon conversations going and you're playing off the chat list. Human City Junction Heat's in the house. Hello, all. Who is Big Bill talking to? Big Bill is talking to himself. I like, John Arthur says, I like Eric's idea of showing operations live. I'm not sure I've ever seen a stream like that. I also think having guests but doing tours rather than interviews maybe could work. That's something we could do, John. We did try early in our career to do Joey Bozak. I'm always by myself. I know. I hear you. We did tours before. We did layout tours, but you really needed to do some. It was planning. It was getting permission from the people to do it, and it was a logic. It was what's the word for it? It was a technological and a logistics nightmare to get it done. So that we're trying to get it. Hey, Troy, what's up, brother? Troy is back in the house. We haven't heard from Troy. Troy, we got to have you on Who's Big Bill Talking To. You can give us an update. You got to reach out to me, brother. Getting back to what I was saying, sorry for jumping around, but I'm looking. But it was a lot. It was a logistics nightmare, and getting into people's houses and setting up the equipment and them doing it, and it became a real burden. So what we try to do is do the interview, and hopefully they can show us around their layout room. But I do, John, Eric. The more I think about that operations, I think about that's a good idea, Eric. That's an excellent idea because the more it's going around in my pea brain head here, that little marble you hear. I'm getting distracted by the thing. I'm jumping off topic here. I want to finish the thought so we don't. Let's see. Again, so here we are, Model Railroading Live. We're trying out the new StreamYard, and stuff like that seems to be working pretty good. We seem to be having pretty good fun with it. I hope that John is not pulling all his hair out from this, because I can't really hear, nor can I see him. I don't even know if he's doing a private chat with me, and I haven't checked. So I should check just to make sure. No, he has not. So there we go. Troy is new layout in progress, ON30. Good for you, Troy. But we got it pretty good, working on the layout, almost ready for track. If anybody doesn't know Troy, he had a fantastic layout before. Apparently, he's taken that down and he's building a new layout. So where was I? I don't know how you guys do this. You really guys are good at talking for a long amount. It's 9:25, 25 minutes of me babbling and rambling on. How do you guys do this for 2.5, 3 hours? I know other guests jump in, but still, it's pretty tough. If anybody wants to jump into this bad boy, I don't even know if we have a link for this, do we? Dave, BNSFN Scale Railroad, hello. Amazing how Johnny has held all together over the years. Yes, he has. I got to give it up to John. John is really, he's really Johnny on the spot. I mean, sometimes we've gone through some real horrific situations that you guys don't even know about. And he's in the background working the magic, man. I'm just a talking head here. I know. The only thing I know how to do is turn on the radio and turn on the computer. That's it. John is the. Oh, we got a private chat here. That must be John telling me to shut up. Yes, you can invite others, or Johnny and I can invite someone if you'd like us to. Well, that's all right. If anybody would like to come in, what's let's see, Big Bill. What was your most memorable time when doing the "Who is Big Bill talking to"? What was the most memorable time? Sparky, that's a great question. I would have to say, to be quite honest with you, all of them were. All of them were. I found each and every interview I did with any model railroaders was a memorable one. You think that when you're doing these things that, it's the same old. But uh, I always get amazed at the question that I ask, and it's this typical question, like, how did you get started? And I'm always amazed at the answer is always, it's either my father, my grandfather, mostly my dad, and mostly my grandfather. And that in itself is, I think, memorable. I think that as men, we're impacted by what our dads have done with us. Some of us weren't fortunate to have dads when we were younger, so maybe a granddad stepped in or an uncle. But most of all the interviews I did were memorable because it really gave people were really transparent. The modelers are really transparent, and they really not that I ask hard hitting questions or that I delve into personal matters, but what what's memorable about them is the enthusiasm and the love for the hobby that they have. After each and every interview I had has always inspired me the next day to work on my layout. And I have to say that each one that I've talked to has inspired me to be a better model railroader. Uh, there are some guys who, I think Lionel Strand made an impact on an interview we had with him because he wound up interviewing me. But that was a good one. We did one recently with Ralph Renzetti, aka the Mudfather, and he's just a wealth of knowledge of weathering and all kinds of diorama building and all that kind of stuff. That's a memorable one. Miles Hale, another one, was a good one, and basically all the rest of the modelers, they're just model railroad enthusiasts. They're just really good to get to know them. It's just two guys shooting the breeze. That's basically what we want to do. We just want to make it comfortable for them. So you know, and stuff like that. That was a good question. Thank you so much for asking that. What got me, Sparky goes to Ken, what got me into trains and model trains was just seeing Conrail as a teen. Never had a train as a kid, didn't get into this hobby till after I was married the first time. Oh. Honestly, Joey Buzak says, honestly, I don't have much to stream about, and my kids will always be in the background talking too loud. That's all right. Ralph Renzetti, the cannoli is in the mail. Dry freeze it, bro. Dry freeze it. Stuff like that. So yeah, so that's where we're at. If anybody wants to come in, Sparky or Sparky. Sparky just bought us out, by the way. He gave us a big check and said he's taking over model railroading. So he takes ownership next month until the check clears. Which is, I think it was from a Peruvian bank, the check. Uh, anyway, pasta and gravy. Joey says, "Well, it might be entertaining to hear my wife yelling at my oldest kid every 10 minutes." You're right. You're right. We here at Model Railroading, we try to give the best content we can. We try very, very hard to do it. A team of guys. Let me just run it down for you. We got John. John's the director of the show, and he does all the work. He does all the heavy lifting around here, and he does a great job of it. Like I said, he's taken us out of some mud holes before and has survived for us to go forward. And what else? And who else do we got? Dude Linder's in the house. I want another pizza pie from your amazing place. Yes. Hey, dude, what's up, brother? Dude was one of the original YouTube model railroader guys, along with the Mike Phillips, who was a part of the original crew back in the day. Here's a trivia question: did you also know that Eric Hall, and Steve from Midwest Model Railroading was part of the original YouTube Model Railroading crew back in the day when Mike Phillips had started it? So these guys have a history with us and stuff like that. So we got John, and let's see, we got John, we got Andy Crawford. He's the IT guy, and he's helped with the StreamYard. He's helped us set this up, and he's done a fantastic job. He's also producing some build shows that he wants to do. Oh, excuse me. And who else do we have here? Let me think. Oh, Tim Wayman. We have Tim Wayman. Tim is a good guy. Tim is new to the MRL team. He's bringing his enthusiasm for model railroading and stuff like that. So he's pretty good, and he's working on his own layout. And he's got some really good ideas, and we recently brought him on. And we have Ari McGeevy on. He's been helping moderate and to fill in some of the shows on the Railroad Empires where I can't make it. He's the moderator, and he's also very good, very enthusiastic, N scale modeler. And Tim is an HO scale modeler. And Robert Holloman is on the west coast of Washington. State of Washington, he's a pretty good guy, dynamic, got a lot of great ideas. And who am I missing? Ralph Renzetti, we talked about. Miles Hale is our basic go-to guy when we need advice on something. If we're planning, should we if we're going to mix 300 pounds of plaster, should we use water, and should we get some lime to put in there so it will stay? That's, but Miles is a great guy to have aboard too. His experience and knowledge is limitless. And let's see, am I missing anybody? I know I'm missing somebody. I'm going through my mind. Mark Klinger, am I saying that right? Klinger Jr.? New comments. I love this. So here we are at 9:34 p.m. And who's Big Bill talking to tonight? Big Bill's talking to himself and to you guys out there. If you guys got anything you'd like for us to do here at Lloyd. Well, Lloyd left us. Lloyd left us. He went on to do other things. We miss him, and he's gone on to do other adventures. He's striving to do. He's trying to attempt his for the NMRA. He's trying to do his model railroading certificate to become a master modeler. So he's devoting all his time and energy to that. So we kind of like were running interference, time wise for him. So he decided to go. Oh, Joe Desmond. Getting back to Lloyd, it was time consuming, so he wanted to concentrate on that. And then, that's what he did, and that's what he's doing. And again, the door is always open when he completes his model railroading certificate and gets his master modeler certificate. More than happy to have him back. And stuff. And Joe Desmond, that's who I forgot. Joe Desmond is on a sabbatical. His wife just had a baby. He just got a promotion in the police department, so he's kind of like working new hours and doing stuff like that. But Joe's an N scaler and a Conrail guy, so he's doing that, and he'll be back soon. Hopefully in the summertime, we hope to have him back. And what else? What else? What else? Those are the guys that work on the scene behind the scenes and basically, oh, and there's always me. There's always me. I'm out there, but you guys know enough about me. uh could fill up a book about. Anyway, um is there anything? Yeah, love Joe's channel, Sparky says. So we're doing we're doing a few new things, We're doing a few new things. Like I said, on the 10th of March, we're gonna have James Powell on. He's gonna be on next the 10th of March at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he owns a company that does theme things for restaurants and as well as for movie sets. Also, his company does a thing for young adolescents and children in wheelchairs. He makes them a specialized wheelchairs for them, such as like a Thor wheelchair or a Spider-Man wheelchair. They custom make it and they give it to the children with disabilities. So that's one of the things he does. He's also an HO scaler model railroader. How is Fred Wild? How is the harbor coming, Bill? Well, I'm glad you asked, Fred. I'm glad you asked. Let me give you a shot. We're untethered from the capsule and we're going up and up. That is, let's see. That is the barge. It's just freshly painted. That's the car apron you see to the left of it. It's freshly painted, but it's not weathered yet. So the yellow is all bright yellow and stuff like that. But it's not weathered yet. We still have some weathering to do. And this I took down, and this is going to be the barge scene. This is where the water is going to be, and we're waiting. And you know something? I'm bald. Oh, I hate when this camera goes up like that. So we did that. And also on that other side, right there, is the warehouse, the new Perez warehouse and storage. There's two of them. Both of them are going side by side. The Perez cement factory had come down. They went into Chapter 11. They went bankrupt because in 1983, there was nothing. There was no work being done. The city of New York was kaput. We were out. Let's see. Nice barge. Yeah, Joe, it is a nice barge. It was a pain in the ass to work on. Excuse my French. I love Walters, but the kit came all wobbly and everything, and I had to use a propane handheld torch to heat up the plastic and then set it. And but then we got it fixed. So Fred, it looks good. Thanks, I appreciate that. Anyway, that's the Perez factory. This is the other part of that. This is it's that laser art, and we were waiting on some parts. Right here, you can see the insert for the thing. We have that right here. We finally got it today. Right here, it's that laser art, the warehouse inserts, and this. I have to say that this kit is pretty easy to put together. I got fire escape to go up on this side of the building. And oh, we froze. Oh, now we're back. Okay. Oh, we froze again. Now we're back. Okay. Telly Savalas is a fan of the Brooklyn Lollipop Company. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. How did you know? And stuff like that. So these are you got to take your time with them, but they work out pretty good. I want to give a special shout out to Ralph Renzetti, who helped me step by step with this and with the weathering and the brick and stuff. And stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. what he did. And that's the other thing about Model Railroading Live, and I think all the other channels too. You guys get a lot of information out there, and we do. I was mentioning, somebody said to me a couple of weeks ago, do you think there's competition amongst the others who do shows similar to what you do? Uh, and I said there is no competition, and the person took it the wrong way. He actually thought I was kind of putting it down and saying, oh, there's no competition because we here at Model Railroader are better than everyone else. And that was not how I wanted it to sound. What I meant was, by no competition, uh, the one who makes John Arthur, the one that makes it is It's That Laser Art, Nick Massey. Go on his website, ITLA. Okay. Getting back to what I was saying, uh, I said to the person, well, there is no competition. And the person took it like, he was like, what do you mean? What do you guys think, you're the be all to the end all? You're all that in a bag of chips? And that was not what I meant by it. What I meant was that there is no competition among us. I don't think any of us out there strive to be better, or to be better doing a show than anybody else, to gain any more viewers than we have. I think that we all strive to do the same thing. We all strive to give great content, great information, and we're all in it for the same reason. Reason meaning we do the right thing by giving of our time, of our knowledge, getting people who know things that maybe we don't, to have them on a show and to share with the community what we know. And not that we know it all, myself or the other guys in the other shows that they do, but it's just that there is no competition, in the sense that we're all striving to do the same thing. We're all trying to betterment the hobby, grow the hobby, especially among the youth, and get people involved in the hobby. So, when I explained it to the guy was like, oh, okay. I thought you were trying to. No, if I wanted to get ratings and I wanted to start a civil war or something, then that would be a behind the scenes thing where we would go and talk, and then we do like WWE, like slamming, pretending, hitting each other with chairs and doing that. And then you'd see our numbers go up, and everybody would be like, yeah, these guys really hate each other. Let's tune in and see what they say. But that's not what we're about. So, Dwight, at a library, there's no competition. It's for the sharing. Same here. Dwight, you are a man of wisdom. You truly are. You truly are, brother. Let's see. Bag of chips and a stick of beef jerky for the win. You got that right, my friend. We're all, Fred Wow, we're also here to help each other. Absolutely. Split Rock 323, competition amongst model railroaders, because we make so much money at this. You are so correct. What's this? Human City Junction at Sparky 107. As long as people focus on growing the community and not focus on growing their personal community, everyone benefits. Here, 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 here. Yes, here, here. Exactly right, Tom. What did Tom say? Tom, it's all just to grow the hobby and give back some small part of what others have. And the hobby has done all for us. Why compete, Joey Buck? I hope I'm saying that right. Buck Zeke. It's easier for each other's to use each other's ideas and techniques and grow together. That is so true. Mark Killinger Jr. says, thank you to all of you who create content for people like me to learn and get different perspectives. You're very much welcome. You guys are also aware that after hours, like at 10 o'clock at night, if you go on Whereby Model Railroading Live, there's guys that go in that chat. We just have it under our channel name, modelrailroadinglive.com, on whereby.com, and then you type in Model Railroading Live, and you guys can get in. Guys can come in anytime. Andy Crawford's usually there. Ralph Renzetti's there. He's building a new diorama, and he's always willing to share his knowledge. And we have a couple of other guys. Jason comes in, Brian W. from New Jersey. We get Marty Jenkins from Australia, and it started at 10 o'clock at night, usually a little bit after. Joey B says, Joey B is easiest, no Brooklyn accent needed. Thank you very much, Joey. Joey B from the hood, baby, from the neighborhood. And and stuff like that. So it's on whereby.com/model railroading live. Usually starts about it starts anytime like there's no other show on, but it's a personal thing. There's the only rule is no cussing, no swear words, no politics, no religion, stuff like that. Just model railroading talk. Sometimes it does drift into politics, but everybody's an adult here, so it's off topic, and we usually get it back on topic. Yeah, there it is. Anytime, any evening at whereby.com, model railroading live. You'd be surprised how much you learn. Sometimes they do it after the show, like tonight, and they have a good time and a lot of time to learn if you got a question or anything like that. Then there's Johnny's Train Talk Show, and you've heard me say that. You guys can come down and be a part of that and get in on the action if you have a webcam and a did I show you the plans for a webcam and a good internet? I don't know if I showed you. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I didn't show you the plan for the barge. Ooh, let's see this camera. That's the barge. The camera's backwards, so I'm doing. That's 2 tracks on top, and then the barge sits here on the bottom. And then up. And around. That's why I put the warehouse there. The cement factory wasn't a good idea because it wasn't going to generate any business. And stuff. So if there's, I know I've asked this question, but on March 17th, I'm just thinking about this. I'm free balling here. March 17th, that's St. Patty's Day. We're going to have Eric Hall on, IMRRO.com. He'll be our guest on Who's the Big Bill Talking To. He's talking about Johnny's Train Talk Show. He's on Thursday nights, I think every other Thursday night, but it's a good show to watch because it's spontaneous, and it's what's going on here. I got a split screen. I'm frozen. Ralph Renzetti's in the house, everybody. Big. Ralph, you know what? I'm not going to give you this. I'm going to give you the Rootin' Tootin' Pistols, brother. The Rootin' Tootin' Pistols. Okay. What's up, Ralph?
I just thought I'd come in and say, I mean, it was put in the chat, the link to come in here, and nobody took it up. Nobody picked it up.
They're afraid to meet the dominator.
And there's guys out there that do a show weekly.
I know. Well,
it's not like they're scared of going on screen or on camera.
They're resting their vocals, bro.
Oh yeah, okay. I believe that. And if you believe that, I have some property down in Florida I can sell you.
I just sold some property in Florida.
Really? Where? Maybe we're neighbors.
Bill, have you heard about my upcoming meet and greet? Any chance you can join? That would be in that's going to be in New Jersey, right, Heath? I believe that's in March, correct? What's the date? What's the date for Heath's meet and greet? If I had a private space, I joined Johnny's show once and found out I'm the one-word answer guy. Not good for the live stuff. It happens, Dan. It happens. No, it wasn't Disneyland. We sold some property. We had a house and we had to sell it, so we sold it. But that's all right.
It was sinking.
No. It wasn't sinking. It was a legit property. It was a legit property. It had a house on it and everything. It was gonna, it was my brother-in-law's house, and my other brother-in-law, and my wife. They were basically in charge of it. And the long and short of it, neither one of us wanted to move down there, so we didn't want to take care of it. So they said, "Let's sell it." So they sold it. But yeah, you can sell me more property in Florida. I just think that these guys are like tired. North End. March 13th, he's having it. Northland in Flemington, New Jersey, March 13th, noon to 2 p.m. to get together. That's a good, well, I'm going to see it. March 13th is a Saturday. I'm going to keep my calendar open, Joe, Heath, and stuff. Well, I'm glad you jumped in there, Ralph. How do you like the barge so far, Ralph?
I think it's great.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you. I have an idea in my mind because I went searching on. I went looking for pictures of barges
Hmm.
to get an idea, and most of them are really like beat up, banged up, and totally like it doesn't.
And most of the pictures were black and white, right?
No, no, I made sure I got some. Oh,
Got
here
some
he is.
color ones?
I
Oh,
got some
cool.
colored ones. Hey, the Gandhi brothers is in. Good evening, folks. I just gave you a big. I don't know which Gandhi brother this is. Is it Wayman or Vic? If it's Wayman, I just gave you a big shout out for your dumpster king. You're doing dumpsters, 3D printing. You're selling. I just put them out there. I gave you a big shout out. These are the dumpsters he's making. Pretty cool. You can get 8 or 5 of them, I think, for $25, and they're already pre-weathered and they're really good. And he also makes the that's my little plug. We're not sponsored by the Gandhi brothers, nor are we sponsored by the Dumpster King. Just doing a favor to a brother. It's Wayman. Hey, Wayman, how are you? Just doing a favor to another fellow modeler and letting you guys know that he's out there and he's making these things. And go on Facebook and look up the Dumpster King, and stuff like that. Yeah, so I got color pictures of the barges, and I was really surprised to see that most of them are done in like a dark hue brown, deck brown, and rust,
Hmm.
and the yellow,
Hmm.
and where it scrapes over, you know, where it scrapes, where they throw the locking mechanism in. You see the
Yep.
yellow from the paint, the safety yellow paint, and stuff like that. You know what I did? I'm pretty. I don't know if you'll appreciate this, but I was looking at one of the videos. Man, this thing is big.
Yeah, I know.
I took the liberty. I remember I saw on one of them they had arrows pointed.
Okay.
So when they slide the locks in, they were
Yeah,
giving themselves a reference to slide the lock all the way in. So I painted these arrows in, and I'm going to
cool.
paint another one over here. The other thing I did was on all the barges that you can't see it on this, but I drilled a hole here. And what they had was they had either 2 life preservers, either 3 or 4 life preservers hanging up. So I went to Nick and
Yeah,
Nora, and I ordered some HO scale life preservers
cool.
and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I'm going to put them on the life preservers. So that's just something, you know. Human City Junction asked Bill, is that going to be the New York, New Jersey barge that still runs? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Scott Thornton, the dumpster king. That's funny. Yeah, Scott. How are you, Scott? Glad to have you aboard. Yeah, he does. Wayman does a thing on. He makes them. He got a 3D printer, and he's getting into 3D printing right now. He's doing dumpsters. He can either, and he also is doing some refrigerators and stove. You can reach out to him and find out what he's doing, and it's pretty reasonable. I think for Wayman, correct me. Is it 5 or 8 that you get for $25 and stuff like that? I'm not sure. I don't want to, not say and underprice you and everything for your hard work, but does a good job. I mean, I got them and I paid for them, and they're all over the thing, and they add more detail on your layout, right, Ralph?
That's absolutely correct.
More
Along
detail.
with some wooden skids just thrown anywhere.
That's right. That's right.
Next thing is to print out paper trash.
Okay, eight fully weathered for $25. I am correct in that.
That's a good price.
That is a very good price. The Dumpster King on Facebook. Go check it out, everybody. Wayman, guys are fantastic. You got to see this, Ralph. You got to see the stuff this Wayman's doing with cars. He's in the same field, same ballpark as you. He weathers them, lights them up, the whole thing, man. The guy's a true artist, and I'm not just saying that because you paid me money. All right.
I told you the cannoli's in the mail.
Yeah, not you,
I
Wayman.
know, but
you know, we got to talk later, Wayman. Gandhi Brothers, 8 weathered. Chris Hendricks says, Gandhi Brothers, I'm interested. See, there we go. Yeah. Joey B says, I just checked out those dumpsters. They look real good. Yeah, but like I said, Ralph, the barge is coming along good. I'm taking my time with it. I let the paint dry. I let it all set up. I walk away from it. I have a cup of coffee. I sit. I watch Gunsmoke for a little while,
Oh, cool.
and then I come back to it. And then while I'm
You
watching.
don't come back limping though, do you?
No, 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 no. That's the other guy. That's the
It's
other guy.
Chester.
Yeah, Chester. I don't do that and stuff like that. But just taking my time. Hey, Ron Bryce from Australia is here. That made it sound like I was talking like I was from Austria. Uh, I sound like an not an Australian, but from Austria, and stuff like that.
Then you
Uh,
sound like Arnold
the
Schwarzenegger.
nigga. Yeah, I'll be back.
Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I just thought it'd pop in. I mean, the link was put there in the chat for you
You
guys to
jumped
jump
in.
in.
That's good.
So
You saved my voice. The
there
other
it
guys
is.
didn't. My defense to the other guys is they do their show all the time. They don't want to get hooked up into this, and I get it. I get it.
You
I get it. I get it.
can't make excuses for them though.
It's not an excuse. It's a reason. They're sitting back. They're chilling. When their time comes, they got to be to do this show. You really got to be what do you call it? You really got to
Yeah.
be psyched for it. Scott Thornton, wow, just look at that just looked at the Facebook dumpsters. Those are real nice models. Thanks. See? Look at that. Guy's an artist. But you're right, well maybe we'll get them on next time. How you liking this yard stream, Ralph?
It's not too bad at all.
Yeah. Scott Thornton wants to know, how's your back, Ralph?
It's still coming along. It's physio is helping, but it's very slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ralph got
Yes.
into some rough
A mix up.
yeah. We won't get into it. How's the wife?
No.
Is she all right?
She's fine.
Good, good.
Of course she's going to be fine.
She didn't hurt you too much when she.
No, she's the one that swings the bat. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't want to get into it, Ralph. I don't
No,
want
I
you
know.
to. She did the super suplex off the counter.
No, that would be with the wooden spoon.
Ooh, you know what I
You
said to my wife a couple of weeks ago? I said to her, she says, would you miss me would you date another woman if I was to, suddenly die? I said, yeah, I think I would. I didn't see my wife for 3 weeks. And then the swelling went down in my eyes. Bada bing, I'll be here all week, folks. Don't forget to try the veal and tip your waiter.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. You take Guy and all the rest of you guys. If you come up with any ideas, please send them in. We've got the Facebook page.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Go ahead. I'm good. No, finish what you were saying.
We've got the Facebook page. You can make notes on there. We asked you a while back before Christmas to send in pictures of your
That's what I was
layout.
going to have.
And I think only one person did it. And of course, Bill did it too. So, but how can you call this a community if nobody wants to participate?
Well,
you come and listen to us chat. Be part of it.
Oh, you know what we can do? We can do like the rest of these guys. Well, let's make it a challenge. These guys are doing all challenges, like, run X amount of trains and do this. So here's our challenge from MRL. Our challenge to you is to send your photo, the best photo that you have of your layout or a project that you're working on, to our Facebook page, and we will post it on our Facebook page and give you the credit and tell you what you're working and tell everybody what you're working on.
The banner photo. Yeah.
Yes. How's that?
And every 3 months, or no, every 6 months, I'll even throw in another little thing to drive them closer. I can do this for somebody else. This was for me.
Well, there you go. Look at that. And he did that with marker pens.
Which I just happened to get a new set from Bill.
Yeah, yeah. Jerry Stats says, I didn't know you guys had a Facebook page. Well, That's our fault. We didn't publicize it. Yeah, Sharpie. It's a limited edition.
Sharpies.
If he keeps it in the bag, it will be worth a lot of money in about
So he's
50
telling me
years.
not to open it. He sends it to me to do my work, but he says don't open it because it'll be worth more. So
Yeah. Yeah, within
between a rock and a hard place now.
in 30 years, it'll be worth what? 5 more cents.
Okay,
There you go. Weren't you leaving?
I am. Bye bye.
Well, that's it. Let's see. I love Sharpies, Joey B says. And Andy Crawford gave out the Facebook address. Please do. What's the name of the Facebook page, Splitlock? It's Model Railroading. www.facebook.com, Model Railroading Live. There we go. So this is it. It's 10:01. My layout is quality oops brown paint from Home Depot over plywood. Not that exciting. Yeah, it is. That's a good point. I want to give you a tip here. If you guys out there need paint and you don't want to go out and spend $17 on a quart can of paint, then I don't blame you. Home Depot has a thing called oops paint. I used to work for Home Depot in the paint department, so I know about this extensively. If you go there and you ask to see their oops paints, they'll show it to you. It's mixed paint that has been brought back because the customer didn't like them, or when they made it up originally, they didn't want it. For some other reason, it didn't satisfy them, but they have oops paint and they sell it at a dramatically low price. Sometimes like $1, $2, $5, and you can get that kind of paint. And even though it may be something that, oh, I don't know if I can use it, you get it anyway, and you can work with it and bring it down, and stuff like that. That was a good bring up. Let's see. We're on Twitch and Twitter too, Andy says. And all that info is on our webpage at www.modelrailroading.com. So check us out. I'm kind of liking this yard stream. Let's see. Private chat. I got 2 in there. Let's see. I got blocking. Let's see. You can share this link. Okay, I got that. All right. Anyway, we're chatting on Troy asks, where are we chatting? It's whereby.com on / model railroading live. Just put whereby.com and then / model railroading live, one word. You can jump in anytime. We're usually there. Split Rock 23 says, I like the Facebook page. Here we go. It's right there. Model Railroading Live. Can we highlight that to put up on the screen? So maybe, yeah, there we go. / Model Railroading Live. It's open to everybody and anybody. It's not Model Railroading Live. You don't have to pay any dues or anything like that. Just come on in, talk, shoot the breeze with us. It's Mohave Model Railroading. Hi, Bill. How are you? Good. Have you been here before, Mohave? Model Railroading? I don't remember seeing you. Are you new to the group? New to this? Coming in here? That's good if you are. Great to have you, brother. Great to have you. Or sister. Don't know if you're male, female. Okay, so it must be female. Tina. Oh, yeah, Tina Marie. Yes. The radio DJ. Yes. I want you on my show. I want you on what we're doing here on live, on Model Railroading Live, Tina. I would love that. She has a model railroad. Very good, this young woman. I'd really like to have you on the show, Tina, if we could work that. I know you're very busy, and I know that you're tremendously involved in your radio broadcast and your radio station out west. But if we could hook up, maybe we usually do it on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be 6 p.m. your time. But we could make arrangements and change everything around. Yeah, John Arthur says she's got a great layout. Check it out. Yeah, definitely. Randall Ellis took a crew to Bay, Arkansas, and then had to do a second pickup at Memphis, Tennessee, and bring back to Tyler, Missouri. Working the railroad, Randall. Working the railroad. I feel for you, brother. I do feel for you. Okay. Tina says, I'm going to try to work something out in the next couple of weeks. Great, great, great. Great. Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, it's 10:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Randall Ellis, can't the crew take the train? That's a good question. Usually they have to deadhead and they can't take the train back. So transportation is provided for the crew to take them back. Well, here we are. Bernard C. Evening, folks. How's everybody? You just coming in on the end of our talk here. We're just finishing up. We've been on for an hour. We start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Randall L says lots of trains tonight. Big Bill saw two at Bono, Arkansas. Well, good. Well, listen, it's 10:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're ready to sign off here. I just want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. I know that this last 2020 is behind us. It's in the rearview mirror, and we're into the March already in 2021. And I do hope and I do pray that each one of you have not been seriously affected. I know we all have this COVID-19 has touched each and every one of our lives in one manner or the other, whether we were locked down, whether we had a loved one who passed away from it, and or a loved one who got sick. I was the recipient of that. I didn't get COVID, but I had members of my family get it. I had members of my family who are in nursing homes locked down without visitation. And it's been rough. It's been hard, man. And this has been a lifeline, our shows, everyone's show out there. I know our numbers have ticked up because people are isolated. And hopefully our numbers will go down of viewership. And I say that with all sincerity. Not that I don't want us to disappear, but I hope that it does go down in the next couple of months when the warm weather comes down, and that all these vaccinations and everything that we're going through, that everything opens up, and God willing, and that we will be able to get back to whatever normal was and stuff like that. But I also want to reach out to all those contributors, all those content makers out there who have produced many a show and have worked hard on their content and getting people and interviews and stuff like that. I'm not going to give you a round of applause. I'm going to give you the Rootin' Tootin' Pistol. The Rootin' Tootin' Pistols. Because you did a great job. I think you should be commended for the style to which you have brought model railroading to the forefront, how you've made it personal, how you've endured the mistakes and still carried on and laughed at them, but still unstuck your hands from the glue and went forward. And that's to be commended. We're all to be commended for what we did. It's a hobby and a community that is put forth with a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of courageousness. We're not the essential workers, but we're essential to other people who have been shut in, and we were their only lifeline. So for that, a tip of the hat to you. You be well, you be safe, but most of all, you be blessed. Bless you and bless your family, and may God keep you safe. You take care, and we'll see you guys on the radio. Bye-bye.